LEGO City Undercover walkthrough, Chapter 10, back on the case.
So after you've fired the pig
Oh yes,
cannon,
that's where we left off, wasn't it?
yes.
You come over here. I don't know what you're doing because
I started off at the police station again, but
okay.
if you just like keep going from where you were, there'll be a trail of studs leading to where you need to be.
So just follow the yellow brick studs.
Yeah.
So my brother General Scar is the one who recorded and played this. I haven't. That's why I have no idea what this game is about or even what's going on in it. But the pig was pretty awesome.
Something weird here. All of the NPCs walking around were the same person.
Like a couple of comments were complaining about that. They said they wanted to see more diversity other than like who's the chick for what's his name? Who's his girlfriend or something?
Natalia?
I think, for Chase McCain?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, some people were saying that everybody had her hairstyle and looked like her. So they were just like, why?
So I guess that's one glitch that happens.
I don't think it's a glitch, I just think
it
it's...
obviously is, 'cause it's not supposed to happen.
I don't think it's a glitch, I just think there's not enough LEGO figure designs.
No, there's a lot of them. Like, see here now, they're all different people and stuff. But if it's the same person over and over again like it was before, that's a glitch.
Well, okay then.
So you have to drive to I can't remember where it is. It's like the museum or something. Oh yeah, you have to go to the museum, break into the museum, and steal a T-Rex for
I'm at the museum, but
Vinny,
I don't see
I
a way
think it
in.
is.
So is this video is just one chapter again?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
Is it in parts? What do you mean maybe?
I've got an idea. Are there any
The first part of the next video doesn't look like it's...
You should just know. Okay, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I can use it to glide from the art gallery's roof to the museum.
Oh, I think this is actually part 1. I think this is the chapter I had to split into 3 parts because it's so long.
Yeah, I think that's what you told me. And this really would be a long chapter, so why are you stealing the T-Rex?
So you can give it to Vinny, who's getting it for Rex, so you can get 2 Rex Fury.
You steal the T-Rex to give to Rex to get to Rex.
Yes.
Okay.
So to get into the museum, the only way in is through the rooftops, and to get to the roof of the museum, you have to go from the top of the art museum, the art gallery, and chicken fly all the way over to the museum.
Use Kazooie?
Sure. Kazooie's not a chicken though, I don't think.
Well, it's close enough. He's like a roadrunner, I think.
I don't know, he's a bird. Probably a woodpecker, actually.
Maybe. You know, that was one game I never could play.
Why?
I don't know. Like the controls mainly.
I didn't
Controls
have a
were
problem with
weird.
Controls.
They were weird. Like Mario was fine and Zelda was fine and all the other games we played were fine, but just their controls bugged me. And I don't even think it's that great of a game.
So you have to choose the green color for your color gun and shoot the light on top of that to open the door. So, would you be able to tell which one's green?
No, 4 of those bulb things looked exactly the same color.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're supposed to use all those colors for anyway.
And then the thing that you shot looked the same as those 4 bulbs. So, I don't know. And then the other 4 looked the same too. It looked like there was a blue one and a green one. There were 4 blue and 4 green to me. That's not right, is it?
There's different shades. There's like purple, and then there's light purple, and there's blue. And to break these things, you have to hit them from the front, not from the back.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Well, maybe you have to send the pieces flying into the middle there.
No, that just collapsed there and stayed.
Yeah.
So you break 3 giant fans apart to make 1 giant fan. You have to climb up.
You know, I would love to see a building design like that in real life, and then try to climb up it in real life. And then slide down. Actually, that might get really hot. Are those solar panels, or are they just...
I don't know, I think those are windows.
Okay, because that would be pretty cool for solar panels. You could power probably the whole top floor of the building.
Especially since it never seems to rain.
Well, maybe they live in Dubai.
Or get dark.
Then they live on the sun. Or there's two suns. There's one behind Pluto, or I guess maybe around Saturn, right outside the asteroid belt. And then
What?
well, there'd be two suns. One suddenly forms around Saturn or Uranus. No, wait, not Uranus. Jupiter or Saturn.
What are you talking about?
Well, like we have two suns now. We have one that's...
We have one sun.
I know, but I'm saying because it never gets dark, we have two suns.
Oh my
And
God.
it'd have to be far enough away from us. I don't know how far it would have to be for it to be livable.
As far as the other sun.
I know, I'm
obviously.
just trying to guess. I'm guessing Saturn or Jupiter.
I don't know.
But that might be wrong too. And then
I
Jupiter...
took astrology, but I don't remember. I don't
Uh-huh.
think they ever talked about how far the sun was.
No, they never did.
Just
and then
how many planets away it is.
Jupiter's immense gravity would mess up the sun's gravity and cause a black hole. And then,
Then we all die.
yeah, we get sucked in and then we die.
So then maybe this is just all a dream.
We're from the Matrix, of course.
Maybe.
That was a weird movie.
Okay.
That was just... I don't know why it was rated R either. Like, we never could see it because it was rated R, and I finally see it. There's like one little thing of blood, and no cussing, really no violence. There's a lot of violence, but like...
Don't worry about this job, Chase. Consider it payback for how much the gift shop charged for that dinosaur pen when you were 11.
Feathers. 4 letters.
Down?
No, across. What?
Because the cutscene cut me off, I'll just say again, the Matrix had no blood, no gore, no cussing, no sex.
It's probably the idea that we all live in a computer and we can do whatever we want, and the youth would be out of control if they saw that movie.
I think it was just because it was a 90s movie and that's when they actually had morals. So they still rated those movies R, but now...
Except stuff like Invader Zim and...
Oh yeah. And then, heck, Lord of the Rings was more violent and gorier than The Matrix was.
Yeah.
That was PG-13, but that was like a 2001 movie.
The Hobbit's PG-13, right? And so
Yeah.
The guy's... One of the orcs' head gets chopped off.
Well, it's because he took the Dwarf King's head and held it above the army.
No, in the Hobbit movie.
Well, I know that, but in The Hobbit it was rated PG-13 probably because he had the Dwarf King head, and then the orc's hand did get cut off, but...
When did... Who hold up
The white...
Goblin King's
The
head?
white orc. Pale orc.
Oh, the Dwarf King. Oh, that too. I was
Yeah.
talking about the goblin head being chopped
Oh
off.
yeah, it like cuts him and then
Yeah,
knocks his
just
head off with the
knocks his
staff. Yeah.
I rated PG-13.
Well, it disappointed some people because it's a kid's book. You know, well, not anymore. Back in the early 1900s, it was a kid's book.
Or
Yeah.
getting your head chopped off was just an everyday thing.
Well, that wasn't even in it. Like, none of that stuff was. I'm just meaning because that book is it has a lot more words than the kids' books of today.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what are you doing now?
Right there we destroyed that one car, and now we have to blow up some stuff. We're pretty much breaking everything in the museum just so we can get to the T-Rex.
So, nothing exciting.
Not really.
This is why we go off on random stuff that has nothing to do with it, because there's nothing to say. That's a cool train, though.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted one of those train set things that would just go around your house.
Like
And-
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, kinda. Well, no, not... Well, like an actual model. That would be cool, too. Because then you could, you know, have your mail given to you by
Yeah.
the train every morning. But I mean, like, you have your own city with the trees and the sand and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Except, I don't know how people can build that, because I went
Or
to this...
afford it. That's like a lot
I
of
know,
money.
that's the thing, because you can't afford it, because I went to the hobby store, it's like $20 for one little 2-inch tree.
Yeah, those are like things that people have been doing for their entire lives.
I know, and it's just crazy because I would want to do it right then. I wouldn't want to spend my whole life doing
Yeah,
it.
I couldn't do that.
And I don't have any creative ability to make my own.
I do it for a week and then just stop.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like a Lego. I'd rather buy a Lego.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just crazy. Heck, all those hobby stores, everything in there is expensive. I don't know how. I'm not talking about Hobby Lobby either. I mean,
Just any.
yeah, just actual hobby stores that have like the paint, the models, the different airsoft guns. Airsoft isn't that expensive. But I mean, like, everyone always will say to you, oh, you need to get a hobby. I can't afford a hobby.
My hobby is video games.
I know, you get $60 for a video game, brand new, $50 if it's on the Wii.
You can play that like for hours.
You play 10 hours for a... Okay, 5 hours for a bad one, but 10 hours for a decent one, and upwards of a couple hundred for a good one.
Yeah.
And that's, what, like, $12 an hour if it's 5 hours, and then $6 an hour if it's 10 hours, and
I don't
then,
know.
like, just a couple of cents an hour if you get hundreds of hours out of it, and that's way more than any of that hobby stuff would give you. So my hobby is video games.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a Mario reference here?
No, those are
Oh.
just fish.
Okay, dang it.
So later on in the level, you have to build a super build. So, or even actually no, right here you have to build a super build, and you have to do it later in the level. So you just one of the super bricks you need is down here.
That would just be so cool seeing one of those Cheep Cheeps from Mario swimming in there.
I want to get Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the Wii U because it has all the Nintendo costumes and stuff.
What is that game about?
It's a fighting game like Street Fighter.
Oh. Yeah. I don't really like fighting games. Brawl, I mean, Smash Brothers, sure. Anything else?
Oh, they're
eh.
gonna have the new Smash Brothers at E3.
And Nintendo said they weren't. They're going to be focusing on their games on E3, nothing really new or exciting.
No, they posted somewhere that they were gonna have
Hey, I get to do another super
Brawl
build
though.
now.
Not
Oh, I know,
Brawl,
but
the new Smash
that's
Brothers.
what I said. I mean, they said that it's not going to be special. They're going to be focusing on, I think, trying to sell the Wii U.
Well, yeah, but you know, there's still gonna be the new Smash Brothers at E3.
But knowing Nintendo, they'll probably still be better than Microsoft or Sony,
Yeah.
like they have been for like the last
Yeah.
3 years.
So right here I was a bit confused at what I had to do. So I was walking around for a bit, but I figured it out, and I've already forgotten. Somehow.
It's kind of cool Viking type posters.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of E3,
You can turn an entire ship green, by the way, with the color gun.
well, I just remember when the Kinect first came out for Microsoft, they made everybody wear white garbage bags so it wouldn't detect them or something. Like, and to go into the room, you had to put on a garbage bag, and you know that's just not good.
Yeah.
And then Sony, I don't think they had anything that year.
I just remember what you have to do is, there's a gem, sort of gemstone. So right now I'm scanning for the red brick that I couldn't... the
Which we
super brick
cannot
that I couldn't
record the
find.
gamepad, so that's why
Yes.
you're not seeing it. But I'm assuming it's straightforward enough that you don't really need to walk
Yeah,
through.
it tells you how to do it at like the very beginning of the game, so
Okay, so listen to that.
I found it. You have to get a crystal sort of thing and then put it in a tomb, and not even a tomb, it's like a gem cutter, I guess. And then the gem cutter breaks it up into a key. So,
And then other E3, because I'm going to keep going.
yes, just keep going.
There was one year that I didn't pay attention, and then last year I think is when Nintendo had the live orchestra, and
I think maybe.
that was even, like, whatever year that was.
That was when Skyward Sword came out, so that was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, whichever it was. That year, that even the PlayStation and Microsoft fanboys were like, okay,
Yeah.
Nintendo won this year. Which it'll be interesting to see if they do again, because I don't think Nintendo messes up much.
They don't. When they
mean-
do, it's a big failure. But
I know, it's either a huge success or a massive failure that you never hear again, like the Game Boy Micro, Virtual Boy,
Power
technically-
Glove.
well, yeah, that stuff, the NES peripherals,
Yeah.
and technically the CDI games.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're not in the official timeline.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really make them, I guess. Philips made them.
Yeah.
But
They just had them licensed, I guess.
Phillips, you stupid people. How could you take that and ruin it?
Stick with the screwdrivers, okay?
Yes. Stick with the screwdrivers, yes.
So after you get all the super bricks, you build the plane, and that pushes the ship over, and you can get down here into the space exhibit. Which you don't need a spacesuit for, because it's not really space.
You know, I always like the space exhibits. That's all I have to say.
Do we
to that
have one at our museum?
No.
That's sad.
Well, yeah, we have the rover at the biopark.
Oh,
I
I've
have
never
the
seen
rover
that.
there. Yeah, and they let
Most
us-
of the
might
museum
have
is
been the
old,
museum.
like, prehistoric stuff, though, I just realized.
That's the most interesting thing.
Oh no,
to
there
me,
is a
that and the
space part,
volcanoes, yeah.
actually.
And then you can actually control the way that the rover looks.
That's cool.
Although that was years ago when I was
So,
in 7th grade.
Here you turn the valves to go onto the green part, so just like press A, wait for it to get on there, and press A again, and it'll stop it. Make sure you pull that lever.
Kronk.
No, just pull the lever. Because it's the right lever. Because it's the only lever.
You know, I laughed when some people said that Emperor's New Groove was underrated.
No, it's not.
Well, they made Kronk's New Groove, and then they made a TV show out of it.
I know.
And then that same person also said that Road to El Dorado was underrated, but that's from DreamWorks. That's not even Disney. So, that was just wrong.
Well, that doesn't mean that it's not underrated.
Oh, it was, like, it's weird, because I loved The Road to El Dorado.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But the reviews for it, and just in general, not many people seem to like it. And I don't know why.
That's weird.
I thought the animation was cool, the horse was hilarious. And it was fun. It was a fun movie.
Here you have to get a feather to tickle the Brontosaurus, I want to say, but that's probably very, very wrong. I don't know my dinosaurs.
The Brontosaurus was something that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, that's
actually.
what that was. That's the one with the long neck, but it's not actually a Brontosaurus.
It's called something else.
Yeah, somebody just put like the head of one dinosaur onto another. I think that's what it was.
Really? I didn't hear. I just heard that one, like the Brontosaurus was fake.
Yeah, that's why it was fake. Because
the other one was
somebody just.
Well, that's not whatever the one with the. I don't know which one that is.
Triceratops.
No, that's the one with the 3 horns. Whatever one has the plates on its back, which is that one? I don't know.
Whatever it is, but you tickle it, it comes to life and smashes the glass. Because that's how dinosaur skeletons work.
Except most skeletons aren't even the real bones.
I guess.
So how is it alive?
Exactly. Don't ask me, I just tickled it with a feather and it danced.
Okay.
So you have to bring this over here to blow up this door, and the guy inside of there is actually taunting you, saying, haha, you can't get to me. Which is kind of funny.
What is this? Kindergarten?
And then you just blow up the door and beat him up. Give me your lunch money.
Wait, is that the... Oh, you're the robber now, so that is the security guard. Why is the security guard not doing anything?
Because he's just hiding in his house, his little thing, taunting you.
That's also something I don't get. How come security guards are always seen as completely useless in shows?
I don't know.
Same with SWAT and even some cops. They're completely pointless. It's always the Good Samaritan or something.
Yeah.
And the other thing I don't understand, how come security guards don't have guns in real life? Like, why don't they have guns? I don't get that. What's a security guard gonna do if, say, a kid comes into a museum with a gun? It's like, oh, I'm gonna call security.
Wait a minute. I am security.
Well, then they call the cops if that kind of thing happens, but why don't they have guns? I don't get it.
I don't know, they should at least carry around a taser.
Well, I think they have pepper spray, they have the baton, which hurt.
Who doesn't have pepper spray? So here is the T-Rex, which they haven't built yet. So you have to get some super bricks for it. And there's 10,000 super bricks that are in the 3 of the 4 exhibits that opened up. Now this is a puzzle, sort of, where you you activate the switch thing outside here, and then the totems will spin around. And when the totem matches up with the picture behind it, you step on the button in front of it. And then when they're all 3 of them are matched up, you get the super brick. So it can be a bit annoying.
Yeah, I don't even have any idea what you're supposed to do.
And it's not each layer that matches up, it's the entire totem, so I just step on those thinking that it's gonna do it, but it doesn't. Because it's wrong. Except for the one on the right. So now, when it's correct, it just stays there and you don't have to keep pressing the button again.
I've got enough bricks to build that T-Rex now.
Yeah, so...
So then the next exhibit,
Next one.
Exhibit B,
Exhibit B is in Egypt.
sarcophagus. No, not the sarcophagus. The
The
Sphinx.
Sphinx, whose nose got destroyed. How original. This one you have to,
Oh, there is a sarcophagus.
Hope this mummy's too
yeah,
much
there's that
cursed.
too. The little icons floating above, you have to match each side with the icon, so just keep activating the button and making it spin until it's the right one.
First Lego Indiana Jones.
What?
That reminds me of the first Lego Indiana Jones.
Okay. And then the sarcophagus will open up. And buried inside is not an Egyptian king, but 10,000 super bricks. Because that's what they used to build the pyramids.
No, when they got taken into the other side, they were replaced with 10,000 super bricks. Duh.
What?
I thought you knew your history.
What?
When the kings are put in the sarcophagus and then they go onto the other side, they are replaced with super bricks.
The other side? Do you mean when they die?
Well, they have to be accepted into the afterlife.
Okay. Here is Robin Hood.
I don't know.
You have to shoot the target, I think only once. I missed the first time, because I didn't know which button it would be.
Bullseye.
You didn't even have to get a bullseye.
Nope, just hit the target.
So who is that? The king or the queen?
Robin Hood.
No. I mean, who are you shooting?
Hey,
A
I can
target.
use them to build
Wait, are you aiming for the king or the
Is
queen?
lucky.
Aiming for a target. This one I thought would be another super brick, but it wasn't. But it's a badge piece, I guess they're called. You're a caveman and you're making the wheel by smashing the sides off of a rock.
Hey,
I don't think that's how the wheel was invented. I don't even know how it was invented. They probably saw a round rock
Or logs.
or logs, and then they realized that they rolled.
Yeah.
So that they realized they could put stuff on top of it, and then roll it.
Yeah. So now you get to build a T-Rex, and it's mechanical, and you get to ride it around, which is
Okay,
awesome.
that's cool.
That's right, Chase. Keep it low key.
This is just another part of this game that reminds you this game is awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you do that in Grand Theft Auto? There's probably a mod for it.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't like Grand Theft Auto that much.
So you get a long sort of in-game cutscene thing which takes you to the highway. And you just ride the highway.
I got the T-Rex
You can
out of
attack
the
with the
museum.
T-Rex and some
Do you want me to take it to your
police
private
cars are
buyer?
going to be chasing after you. You can just destroy them like that.
So now for the debate.
Okay,
Was the
Vinny.
T-Rex, was he a predator or was he a scavenger?
Tell me about it.
Yes.
And what were his arms used for?
Arms were used for nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
They're just limbs.
Just there.
Slowly receding into his body.
They had feathers.
Maybe.
They did.
You
They-
don't know that.
They found them in like these tar pits where they were
Kind of.
somewhat well preserved.
Maybe
they
the-
found these
the
impressions of feathers
T-Rex
on the
was
T-Rex.
just
Want a job for a
tarred
guy
and
who
feathered
I'm
before
sure
thrown
is
into the
working
tar
correct.
pit.
Once I
Well,
find
he'd
the
have to be
rest, I think
feathered
I'll
before,
find your dad.
or maybe he died. Well, where'd
He'd
the
be
birds?
tarred
There
and
weren't
then
birds
feathered.
then. They were the only things that had feathers.
Rex is the
You don't
kingpin.
know that.
He
Maybe
must have
the
something
T-Rex
to do
ate
with
something
your
that
dad's
had feathers and it just like
disappearance. But I
coughed
don't
up
think
all
it's
the
because of
feathers.
Nothing else had feathers
Was,
that we
he'd just
know
grab
of.
you, right?
Exactly. We
That's
just
what I'd
don't
do.
know it yet.
You know, if I was evil.
We don't even know anything about what happened.
So you take the T-Rex
know.
into a hangar,
But
which
once I do
everybody
know
just like,
something,
oh,
I'll
where did
call
it
you.
go? Let's not check the hangars or anything. It's not like we have a million people watching where it goes.
And that looks like the end of part 1.
Yes.
The T-Rex